Hello there, and welcome to the Hammerman preview that you've been waiting for. I don't know, maybe you haven't been waiting for, I'm not really sure, but hey, what the heck. This is the base builder website from Boom Beach. This is technically still a beta, so things might change slightly in between the making of this video and what you're actually looking at if you're signing into it for the first time. So if there are differences, I apologize, I did the best I could. Obviously, the website is basebuilder.boombeach.com, so if you go to that, you'll hopefully see something similar to this, unless they've moved it to a different website too, in which case, bah! Now, straightforward, featured bases, very important. That's where the bases that could be NPC bases in the game are going to be saved, and we're going to get back to that, because first, we've got to register for the game. Registering, very straightforward, the same as, well, the other 50 million things you've ever registered for. You need a username, which does not have to match your in-game name. You gotta have an email, which, we're just gonna hide that. And you're gonna need a password that you can type in twice and have it be the same, which somehow, amazingly, I actually pulled off first attempt. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know what a password is, for crying out loud. Now, here's the thing. Player tag, this is the player tag from inside of Boom Beach. And this is why your username doesn't need to match your in-game name, because you're going to put in your player tag. And the way you get that player tag is by loading into the game, clicking on the level for that you see on your screen when you're at your base, and it'll show you a hashtag with a code. That is your player tag. That is what associates the website to your account so that you're able to send information back and forth. Okay, now, once you've got that all done, you're going to have to prove that you're not a robot. Unfortunately, I might be. Yes, I failed the first 3 or 4 I'm not a robot attempts, and we're going to skip past all of that, as well as the email that came into my account saying, hey, are you really a person? So make sure you verify your account and all of that good stuff. Now, once you've done that, you can come back, type in your username, which is your email, and your password, and it will let you in to the good stuff. So obviously, you got a great big button that says try to build a base. You gotta click on that, and then Hammerman comes in and cries and, oh, I'm so lonely, I have no friends. Well, whatever, Hammerman. I'm just saying, the guy is a bit of a dink. You know, if he didn't come into our bases, wreck up the place, and then go home without helping clean up, maybe he'd have more friends. Throwing it out there. Bit of a dink. Anyways, you can read along, or you can just skip past it and say next, and get right to the good stuff, which is picking your island. So you can choose any of the different NPC base islands that you could possibly want to do, I guess. The only ones available, so deal with it. I'm going with Pint Size Isle, personally, because I'm so pint-sized, I figure it's only appropriate. Now, once you've chosen your island, you click Start Building. It does take a few seconds to kind of chug through. I don't know if that's because it's beta or because it's loading a lot of stuff, but give it a little bit of time, and hopefully it'll load an island similar to this. So, first things first, as you can see, there's an up and down arrow key when you have a building selected on your island. That allows you to move the level of that building up and down. I know, crazy, right? Rocket surgery. It also shows you the number of hit points that that building is going to have, and the level and stuff like that. Now, over on the top left-hand corner, you'll see there's a number 1, and it says Friendly Shoreline. That is actually the NPC base level. And then on the right-hand side, you can see there is a speaker, so you can stop the music if you need to, a keyboard that'll give you, like, shortcuts and whatnot, and an X in case you want to exit out. Now, if you click in the bottom left-hand corner where the little hammer is, it'll open up this menu, and you can see that you can select from pretty much any defense support building or object, I'll call them, in the game. With 2 exceptions. You can't build prototypes, so I guess that's like 6 exceptions in one, but whatever. you also can't build statues. The reason they did this is because, well, let's face it, people would start to try to replicate player bases and use it for inappropriate purposes. So no prototypes, no statues, but that's okay because you can still have a lot of fun with this. So, including placing Hammerman's statue in the middle of your base, because it's tough fun. Just saying. Alright, now, the NPC level in the top left-hand corner there, as you place down defenses and level your defenses up, that level is going to increase. It kind of makes sense, right? Like, so you're able to tailor your NPC bases to low-level people if you want, or high-level people if you want, whatever, you know, range you're looking for, or maybe different variations of a same base, just with different levels of things to make it harder or easier on certain people. Throwing it out there, could be fun, who knows. Now, with the buildings that you're placing, you obviously have to select a level with the up and down arrow keys. If you make too many, say by accident, you can see a great big red trash can there. You click on that, it'll delete the defense. Now, the good news is, right next to the little hammer in the bottom left there, you can see a little plus sign. That is a copy. So whichever defense you have selected, when you click on that, it'll copy you a new one and drop it onto the base. Which is fantastic, because, like, if you look at all of the mines that are down, could you imagine having to go through each and every one of those mines one at a time, leveling it up from level 1 to 20, or, like, even 10 would just, it would be rough. There are a lot of mines there, I'm just saying. So this way you only have to really level up one or maybe two versions if you've got a couple different versions that you want included in your base, and then you can put everything in and then just hit copy over and over. Whew! Sorry, that's a lot of words. I gotta get my breath back. Now, I tried to get all fancy-like with my mines here, and then I realized, hey, you know what? I'm gonna need a lot more mines, so I just started hitting the button. And when you hit the button, it kind of places the mines at random, and I was like, hey, what happens if I just mash that button like crazy? It turns out what it tries to do with the placement of the buildings is kind of an arc around your HQ. So if you're looking to very quickly blast through a whole bunch of buildings, that might be your way to do it. As you can see, I am deleting some bases here. Now, I've covered everything except for the bottom right-hand corner where there is a test and publish button. The reason for that is I wasn't able to test the test button. It did not work. That's right. No testing the test. Can't test the test. Figure that one out. I heard you like testing, so I didn't let you test while you test? Oh. The good news is the publish button does work, and that's really where the magic is anyways. So we're going to go down that rabbit hole. It does take a few seconds. It actually saves your base. There is an auto-save feature built into it, so if you, say, lose connection or anything, you'll be able to recover your base from where you left off. Now, when you finish and you've clicked publish, it lets you review your base. You can zoom in and take a look at it, and also it allows you to name your base, which is very important, and leave an evil base description. So if, say, you wanted to make up some lore for your bases and have a chain of bases that were all related, maybe due to one specific character working their way through it or something. Maybe it's how Brick got stranded on the island. Who knows? Or if you wanted to, say, maybe throw people off. Tell them, oh yeah, take the left-hand side, and then make the left-hand side a lot harder than the right-hand. You know, you've got options out there. Keep it clean, though, because, of course, people will be reviewing these, and if you start just putting in inappropriate things, probably not going to be around for very long. Just saying. Also, you have the ability to add tags. This allows for easier searching in the, I guess, base engine, because eventually, hopefully, there are going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of these bases. You want to have tags that allow you to find your bases and really make your bases stand out, so it's easier for other people to find your bases as well. As you can see here, I'm throwing in a few tags because of my Fluffy Kittens base, and obviously the lore is this is where fluffy kittens go to play with fluffy bunnies so that they can have pillow fights. It's exactly what that base makes me think of. Just saying. So when you finally click on the final product, you get this base here. You can favorite it if you would like, just so that you can find it a little bit easier. You can see your description in your tags, but most importantly, you in the bottom right hand corner can see how many recommendations the base has, as well as how people are rating it. And you can see this with the similar bases also, so other bases that are kind of like yours, but just not as good, obvi. And when you click on it, hold on, we're going to have to go down here and take a look, because there is the gallery and it shows you all of the different bases. There is a test base button here also. Unfortunately, can't do anything with it because just a beta here. Unfortunately, it's not available. But when you actually have access and things are live, you'll be able to click on that and try other people's bases as well. After you've gone through and defeated or lost to them, you can come in here and click on the Hammerman and choose how you want to rank things. You can only rank it once, so make sure you make it count. Also, just as a side note, it works the same as a friendly challenge. You do not actually lose any troops for attempting these bases, and that's probably a good thing. Anyways, guys, that covers pretty much everything. Hopefully you guys will be getting this soon. Hopefully you've already got it and started playing with it, because I'm telling you, I spent some time with it and it is so much fun. I am ready to let the creative juices flow all over these islands. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.